Everything explained in this video is summarized from the CoinMarketCap. And also, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for future XRP news and some other cryptocurrency news in general. Now take a look at this. Pro-XRP lawyer predicts Ripple SEC ruling. As Ripple and the United States Securities and Exchange Commission continue to engage in a legal battle, the XRP army continues to be on edge as they sit in anticipation of a possible verdict regarding remedies and fines. The final regular filings ended the legal processes, which had been going on for 61 days. Members of the community have been tagging major pro-XRP lawyers in the community, such as Jeremy Hogan, Bill Morgan, John E. Deaton, James Metal Almond Murphy, and Fred Rispoli in their speculations about whether or not the decision may be made as soon as this week. The level of speculation within the community has reached a high level. On Friday, the lawsuit about XRP might be resolved. Rispoli made an eye-catching forecast in response to the rumors, which stated, "The earliest I can see it happening is Friday, which is a day before the year anniversary of the summary judgment ruling. As far as my prediction is concerned, I am still placing my bets at the end of July." Additionally, an expert analyst is unfazed by the fact that XRP has not performed as expected and forecasts a significant breakout. Bill Morgan, an additional attorney who is in favor of XRP, joined the discussion and expanded it to include procedural matters, which could potentially operate as a barrier to a final decision regarding remedies and sanctions. Inquiring about an outstanding motion that Judge Sarah Netburn must rule on before Judge Elisa Torres may decide on fines and remedies, Morgan questioned his colleague about the matter. Morgan made the following observation: "Isn't there a motion that is still pending before Judge Netburn that needs to be decided first before Judge Torres can decide on penalties?" The clarification that Rispoli provided was as follows. Yes, that motion is still outstanding. However, there is no procedural requirement that it must be ruled on first. Torres might advise Netburn that her finding eliminates any need to rule on the extra half discovery issue, and both judges could communicate with one another for this purpose. Morgan expressed his gratitude to Rispoli for providing clarification by only saying, "Thanks, Fred." Check out this related article. A former analyst at Goldman Sachs criticizes XRP and Cardano, referring to them as cult meme coins. This legal discourse follows recent forecasts made by Rispoli, which were covered by Bitcoinist. In those predictions, Rispoli claimed that the ruling may be issued on July 31. However, he also mentioned that a decision could be issued as early as July 13, which coincides with the anniversary of a significant summary judgment that was handed down in 2023. Judge Torres' prior decision, which stated that XRP did not meet the criteria for a security, was a significant victory for Ripple in its fight against the Securities and Exchange Commission check. With that being said, Morgan brought up the fact that there is still a motion that makes the procedures more complicated. In a motion to strike that was submitted on April 29th, Ripple revealed additional expert papers that were presented by the SEC. These materials include declarations and exhibits from Andrea Fox, who is a new expert witness. The outcome of the ruling that Judge Netburn makes regarding this motion could be quite important. On the off chance that Judge Netburn decides in favor of Ripple about this motion, it might make it possible for Judge Torres to proceed without the need for any additional rulings on this particular matter. Rispoli, on the other hand, has hypothesized that this does not have to be a barrier to the ultimate decision on the remedies and penalties that will be imposed in the case. With that in mind, a decision might be made as soon as this week. According to the most recent information regarding the Ripple class action case, the parties involved have submitted an administrative motion to file their documents under seal. Following an order that was issued by a district court judge not so long ago, the court established deadlines for hearings and motions in July. The deadline for filing the narrowed request to seal was set for Monday. Because the programmatic buyer's argument applies equally to this case, Ripple has requested that the court take into consideration the summary ruling that Judge Torres issued, a minor update regarding the litigation concerning Ripple Labs Inc. The most recent documents that were submitted to the court were an administrative motion to file under seal, an administrative motion under Civil Local Rule 711, and attachments to an administrative motion to file under seal. These documents were uploaded at the end of the day on July 8. Before this, Judge Phyllis Hamilton issued a directive to the parties instructing them to rethink their petitions to seal the briefs, as the court had previously denied the sealing of any aspects of the proceedings. In response to a request made jointly by Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple Labs, and XRP to seal certain evidence, Judge Hamilton granted an order to do so. In this Ripple XRP litigation, Judge Phyllis Hamilton has established a deadline of July 8 for the filing of the narrowed request to seal, as reported by CoinGate. Following this, the court will issue a separate order regarding the narrower motion to seal that was submitted by the parties. Additionally, the matter was sent to Magistrate Judge Robert Ellman for a conference on the settlement in question. Additionally, by the 26th of July, the parties were anticipated to submit a notice indicating whether or not they would continue to seek the exclusion of the testimony of 4 experts. Because the plaintiffs were unable to demonstrate that XRP is a security and that investors rely on Ripple's efforts for returns. Ripple was successful in the majority of the points presented in the summary judgment. The price of XRP is expected to recover, according to pro-crypto lawyer Fred Rispoli, who projected that the likely deadline for order in the remedies phase may be either Friday, July 12, or late July. Whales are amassing XRP in anticipation of the eventual decision that Judge Torres will, which is equivalent to around $16 million from a massive whale recent transaction. Because Whale Alert is monitoring this transaction, there is a heightened expectation that the case is getting closer and closer to being resolved. It has been suggested by Fred Rispoli, who is one of Ripple's advocates, that the legal battle might be settled on either July 31 or July 13. Particularly the 13th of July is the anniversary of a landmark ruling that was handed down by Judge Annalisa Torres of the federal court. As a result of Judge Torres' decision that XRP was a commodity when it was sold to the general public on this date in the previous year, the price of XRP increased by a factor of 100%. Persistent uncertainties regarding regulations. There's still a lack of clarity and consistency in the regulatory landscape surrounding cryptocurrencies. Recent events resulted in the dismissal of the accusations brought against Binance by the Securities and Exchange Commission set. The discrepancies in regulatory approaches to cryptocurrencies were brought to light by this ruling, which was utilized in Ripple's defense of the coins. The existing regulatory uncertainty, according to Ripple's argument, makes it difficult for the company to operate within clear legal limitations. The movements of whales reflect a less bullish picture for the market, even though individuals have optimistic expectations about the result of the lawsuit. Considering that the cryptocurrency market as a whole is currently suffering a decline, the XRP whale might decide to sell off assets to reduce the likelihood of incurring losses. XRP is presently trading at 43 cents, representing a rise of 0.6 over the previous 24 hours. Warning, the information that has been provided is not intended to be trading advice. There is no responsibility for any investments that are made based on the information that is provided on this page. Before making any decision about investments, we strongly advise conducting independent research and consulting with a knowledgeable professional.